Oh,
There it
see,
is.
this is what we like.
Hey, it's
Community
working.
craft. Okay, beer creations. That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
I knew we were crafting something.
Didn't know it was beer.
We were crafting bad habits for years and years, culminating perhaps in the worst idea of all time, which is to have fully 3 unique beers on tap and ready to go. Now, it looks like Laura has been attracted from the lands beyond, but maybe you're here to talk to
I was.
Ghostly. Oh, that's fine.
That's okay. I was like, what do you need?
I thought the worst idea was having you eat bugs and not even make the bug beer.
Well,
No bugs?
here, no, okay, no, that's actually funny. We never got to, I mean, it's better this way, honestly, as a vibe. We never got around to making the bugbear, but we did eat pounds and pounds of insects for no reason.
Yeah, that was.
Well, except for the raw joy of eating a pupa, which I think we
There's
all.
one of those? Yeah.
It was dark. It was too weird. It was too weird to eat a canned bug and then to be like, wow, that tastes like a cashew, even though it's a worm. But that is what happened. That is what happened. But obviously, let us iterate the full ritual here at the last call for the Acquisitions Intoxicated, the finest, I think, small brewery. Certainly the smallest brewery in Washington State. But yes, it is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. And however it has come to be, you've fallen ass backwards into Twitch's brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster and so much more, Eric J. Benson. Azerbaijan, Edge Benson, the notorious EJB. Now, what is the purpose of this program? Or indeed, what has the purpose of this program been for lo these many years? It's my great pleasure to tell you that we have labored and toiled for years and years to give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. Now, does it occasionally involve drinking beer? Yes. In fact, I would say that that's a huge part of it. Tip to tail, I think that a lot of beer has been consumed, in this room proper. Now, so we have fully 3 products here to tantalize with you. Today we're going to share a tantalization in this space. Now, so I see that we have Saison Finale, because I wanted to try that again, because it was so good when we had it. It was just a little bit young. We have Trick or Teat. We're going to have to go into that. Someone's going to remind me why we called it that. And then we have a third one, but it doesn't seem to have a label.
It's on the...
Wizard's Respite.
Oh, it's on the tap. Oh, Wizard's Respite. I see. All right, now, Wizard's Respite. What was the... Can we pull up the... That's the one that's actually ready to go, right?
It's a fruit, apparently a fruit beer.
Okay, let's take a look. In terms of our...
It's supposed to be raspberry and strawberry.
Oh, okay, so this is very much a... This is a...
The question is, did Tom put raspberry?
Did you put raspberry in there?
No. What? What? When?
At any time. At literally any point. Now, so let's take a look at the rest of the ingredients.
We have a pale ale.
Okay, great. I'm in. Well, and this is pretty classic, right? I mean, this is going to be a real nice summer product here, right? If we look close.
So it's pale ale, honey malt, with Brewer's Gold, Hallertau, and Willamette.
Okay, so it actually has a crazy, this is a little bit more like a corner store micro brew with like the triple hop combo. Okay, so this could be very interesting, huh? All right, now let's take a look. So this one is actually running up here into the device, you say?
Yes.
All right. All right, now here is what I will say about this one. I will say that it smells I hesitate to say demonic.
Oh God.
You know, that's not who I am.
Did we trip at the finish line?
Well, listen, we know that Saison Finale is dialed in, so that is what it is.
What the fuck is that?
Thank you very much for all the subs today. I appreciate it. Now, yeah, I would say that. I would say that is that the Band-Aid? I would say that something untoward happened.
Oh, yep.
Whoa.
Had to get one last one in there, eh?
Oh my God, it's hopped. Oh, it's. You know how sometimes I'll continue to drink them as a stunt?
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not going to do that.
No.
Oh God. Oh, gentle Jesus. Okay, this is going right in the
Nope.
pitcher. That's gonna go right in ye old pitcher. Jumping Jesus. Okay. Ghostly.
Yeah.
That's not the one.
No.
Okay. Now, so how do we get the rest of this popping here? You have the skills? You have the techniques? This is the picture of shame. Well, S.A., I promise you, I promise you,
Glass.
Don't pour it in the same glass. Just pour it. Well, pour it out, sure.
yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but don't use the same glass.
No
as that
fucking way, are you
nonsense.
serious? It tastes like poison.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's hopped poison. Oh, trust me. No, I'm just getting it out of here.
I would drain what we got on there for a little bit as well.
No, exactly. This is why I brought the pitcher in, so that we can. I mean, optimally, the heavy flamer would be the correct solution to all this. Right now, this is Trick or Teat. For some reason.
Is that the wyvern milk?
Keep going.
Oh, it's wyvern milk, right?
What? No, it's trick or teat.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're saying we think that Trick or Teat is the wyvern milk.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The wilk, if you will. All right, now.
Oh no. This is. I can't wait to see. Just pour it. I want to see what the hell came out of this one.
So what do you got?
So 8 years in, Tom still, you know. Okay, close enough. This is a white IPA.
Oh, okay. Well, the color's not that crazy then. Oh no, we're good on this one. This is not the same dark realm that the other ones produced. Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah. Okay. This smells like beer and not like whatever the other thing was. All right. So what are we looking at materials wise?
Okay, so this is pale malt with some milk sugar, coriander, and Amarillo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's beer.
Yeah.
So if we drink it, it should taste like beer. Because I would say carbonization or carbonation not present.
Nope.
But the smell is good. I think.
I mean, it's been hooked up to air for the past 4 weeks.
Sure it has. Ooh. No, it's good.
That is actually good.
That is good.
That one is nice. Oh no, I'm not saying that it hasn't been hooked up. I'm simply saying that this is not fizzy. And so it sounds like it could be. I mean, it certainly is. It's responding as though it's got pressure in there, right? But I will say that this does. I will say that Trick or Teat. I mean, I don't know if it is synonymous with wyvern's milk,
That's good.
but it actually is really nice,
Yeah, it is very nice.
right? It's. I mean, my guess is that this is very reasonable ABV.
Yeah, 3%.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, we were not going crazy with this
No,
at
not
all.
at all.
This is genuinely nice. I would say from a carbonation, if this was coming out of there, fizzy, ice cold, like the head on there, like I think that this is actually This is probably top 10 for me. Like, it is very, very drinkable.
Yep.
But it has aspects that I like from funkier things. Like, it actually has some clove.
Well, yeah, because it's using a Belgian.
Okay. I was
yeast.
like, because you know how sometimes you can get Belgian tastes, and that was not what you were going for.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, you know what? There's an off flavor here, but it's actually good in this style.
Yeah.
Belgian yeast. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. This is kick ass. I was like, listen, they can't all be winners, but I still liked it. Right? I still liked it. I thought that it like arrived in there. As a Belgian ale, this fucking rules.
Right?
Okay, yeah. I thought something interesting had happened, and I wanted to celebrate it, and it was surprising even there. As an exemplar of this style, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah, I agree. I dig it.
See, Eric knew right away. Oh, okay. So that, yeah, I mean, that's one of the clearest clove notes I've ever had in a Belgian.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's not tucked in there. It's not hiding away. It's just nice. And 3%. So it's so crazy. If we get all the way through to the end, we started doing these really small beers just for kicks. But they ended up being really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so is it...
I love smaller beers. Like I love
for sure.
low ABV
The last
beers.
couple, that dark mild, the Splug Froth, that was another fucking out of the park. So now that, here at the end of all things,
I'm happy to be here with you.
well, no, but I'm saying that I think that at this point, I think maybe you consider the actual brew guide, like the brew book. Because we've had a bunch of fantasies about trying to make a recipe guide with some, basic, intro to brewing type stuff.
Totally.
And then sort of doing rule design for each beer, and so that it's like you can fit them into games as potions and things like that.
Yeah.
I still think that's a winner. If we took our full list, I mean, how many beers are in there? Like in your database now?
Probably, I don't have the other one, but I think we stopped over there at like 250, so probably 320 beers.
Okay, so literally like almost a beer a day for a year is how many we have made on this show. I don't know, man. That's pretty cool.
I agree.
Here, no, the other camera is going to show this trough, this evil vessel here. This isn't it. We're not drinking that. That's like on a dare or something. But no, this is, now that I know that it conforms to our intention at all, now I love it like a child. I love it like my own sweet baby.
Sweet baby boy.
Oh, hey, Nightbot has got some stats. Aw. Jerry and Eric have been brewing for 7 years, 10 months. And then some other stuff. Now there's an error message on there. I think because even the monitor
Doesn't want to see it go.
doesn't want to see it go. Exactly. Oh, hey, space left blank. Your best friend, Patrick Groom. Hey, I was just going to say, now, Mr. Groom, you are referring to a set. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about the Cavern of Delights, where we film our brewing program, a real cave, then yes. That's true, Lag Demon. We have a new office space, and I would say that it's already difficult to execute all the things that we want to do around the brewing show, even in a massive space. And so we're just going to figure out something else fun. Yeah. We're just going to figure... occasionally you're going to hear the shrieks of bats here in the cavern. But no, I mean, we'll figure out another fun thing to do before Black Remnant. I mean, that much is absolutely the case. You can always hang out with us if you want to. The food safety manager in me says no. No, and that's also true. Now, I know that you have, as many of your fellows, I know that you have found yourself drawn in,
Quartered.
well, to the magic and the mystery of the Acquisitions Intoxicated glassware. Well, I have got incredible denouement. That's very nice. Mage of Ale, exactly. But no, we have 3 glasses. So I would choose the first of them, Ghost, and then we will send you some cool glassware.
Apparently, it's typical thrill.
Typical thrill. Hey, an ancient ally of the stream, to be sure. Yeah, I mean, you certainly could. The Pico gets to rest now. I'm not sure it's going to rest. I think what the Pico will probably do next is 5 gallons of cold brew. That's my guess.
You're gonna drive us all insane again, Jerry.
Well, here, so I didn't understand you were supposed to water it down. We essentially made a demon elixir of coffee. We made the hashish form of coffee. Let's see, so SA, theoretically, you could just do a show where you drink different beers. Well, don't threaten me with a good time. And ask us to vote on things at random for an hour and a half. You could call it direct democracy, and we could vote on what topics to vote on. Listen, you just have some kind of disease, and
My brain just got broke.
you just want others to share. Yes, yeah, and Lestrange is correct. The laws around distilling are very odd.
Way to ruin the fun, Stringer.
Yeah.
Just way to kill it.
But they're very, very weird and hyper local, which is why we have never.
Yeah, they're not really hyper local. They're pretty much federal.
Well, I think that some are.
Do it on screen.
Yeah, in Washington State, you would have to hide it, basically. Yeah, but it's like blue laws. There's still some really weird, old prohibition stuff that pops up in the home. It's true. Yes, the guy who's trying to keep you from admitting to crimes on the internet TV. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. I know about that. I mean, I think that that has a long, robust history. All I'm saying is that you can really, really get into the weeds for specific, like, what it means. Like, what was it? Somebody was trying to break down for me, I think it was about cider. They were saying that, like, cider is governed like wine and not beer or something like that. Because it's like a fruit-based thing, and so, but that essentially subjects it to a completely parallel legal structure.
Makes sense.
Right? All right, here. Bonge. All right, allegedly do. Oh, no. No thanks. All right, now, a couple more sips of this before we put on the Saison finale. And see where that got to, because, I mean, the truth is that it basically, I mean, obviously, in a literal sense, it took us years to get here just because of how time works. But, I mean, that's just sort of how it works. It's not up to me.
It's up to time.
That's not up to me. But what I would say is that it took us the entire run of the show for me to understand certain kinds of beers. Like, I could get into a Belgian, that makes sense, but Belgians sort of have a perverted cousin, right? A weird uncle.
That's where you're going with this?
Well, yeah, basically. We're talking about these sort of wild yeasts, but they're a little bit more, like, they sort of understand the basic rules, right? When you start getting into the Saison, and we start talking about pepper, and it's got like a kind of a thin body, and where you start really getting into sours. Like, you had a sour the other day when we were at Black Raven, that lemonade one.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it was really cool. It was one of their collabs, I think. And you were like, this isn't for you, but, you know, you should try it. And it was. It actually tasted good. I understood what they were trying to do. But that's been, you know, a years-long process of trying to figure out how that works. But we got there. Oh, man, that's good. That's right. We've all gotten into a perverted Belgian at some point. I don't think that's a universal experience, Patrick. Right? I don't think that's 100%. I'm not going to say it never happens. All right. Yeah, pineapple sour, exactly. Tapache. Now that's something we never got. Here, listen. This is just an opportunity to enunciate our regrets. What?
Wait, what?
Do you know about tapache?
The hot sauce?
Which?
I don't know what the fuck. No, I don't know what the fuck tapache is.
Oh, here, I got you.
I don't even know where you're reading that.
No, it's not over there.
Oh.
Rivian, hey, what's up? No. I want you. I'm saying if you don't know about Tapache, we got to talk about it right now.
Sure.
Here, pull it up on the web. Now don't switch it over yet, because you might have perverted shit on there.
How do you spell this nonsense?
TEP.
What the fuck?
That got goofed. ACHE. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, now click on that.
The fuck?
Click on that. All right, now you can do it. So, you know how it's sort of like, we think of mead as like a honey wine, right? But honey is like super crazy expensivo. That's not what we're looking at.
No.
That isn't the screen at all. We gotta come out and unplug something? Okay.
Just tell me to unplug it, man.
Yeah, we can do it. Now, so here's the hook. Essentially, a lot of the mead that would have been made was more like beer strength.
Yep.
Because it's like you would let the microorganisms go crazy on the rest of the cone.
Okay.
Like what's left over, right? So it'd be a lower ABV thing, but it'd be a normal thing. So you know how when you get done cutting pineapple, there's a bunch of pineapple still on the rind.
Totally.
So Tapache is a drink that you can make because it's a fruit, right? So it has all the natural yeasts and shit all on the surface. So you can take those shavings and then you can essentially make like a lightly alcoholic beverage right out of it.
And how do you do it?
Yeah, I'm saying that like that's something like that would have been an awesome episode of the show.
So you just throw it all in a mason jar and with sugar?
But it has a lot in there ready to go already. I would love to do it.
That's pretty cool.
I'm talking about honey. That girl with honey materializes. You can't make it. You don't make it in a toilet. Yuck.
Yeah. Wow.
No.
Times.
No, I don't think that's not traditional. But no, there's lots of simple home. Like this is when we say that it's your heritage. It's what you already own. This is what I mean. Is that these are like normal home practices. It's like roasting coffee or whatever. Like 100 years ago, that would be a normal home practice.
Yeah.
And now it's all externalized. But I'm saying that like you can cut a pineapple and what would be garbage is now a rad drink.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That sounds fucking kick-ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to maintain the brand. I mean, bees are working super hard right now, for sure. What if you buy a specific winemaking toilet?
What?
That's
just weird.
It's devotion to the bed.
Yeah, it's definitely focused in. Oh yeah, see, Just J Hatton. Yeah, you still roast. Yeah, it's cheap. Like again, like brewing is more complicated when you're trying to figure out like, okay, what's the cost per glass? You can do it. A lot of times you're going to homebrew not because it's like a cost-effective thing, but because you have more control over it and it's fun. But it's a very different situation. We're going to try a new. This is a fatter cable. This is a thicker cable. Are you getting a see?
And a bidet to aerate? Damn, Cranston.
Dude, this chat is so monstrous. Yes. Now, Just J Hatton, it's exactly the same. It is weirdly easy to get crazy hookups globally. The coffee hack, for lack of a better term, that I utilize is that at least here in Seattle, I mean, I assume it's going to be distributed in some ways, but here in Seattle, Ethiopian grocery stores are super normal.
Oh yeah.
But it's also because Seattle's like a coffee hub. And so some of these tiny grocery stores end up cutting the deals that bring that stuff over. Yeah. But green coffee is going to be a normal Ethiopian grocery store item.
Totally, yeah.
It's literally going to be bagged 3 pounds, 5 pounds, and just on a shelf. Like it's not an exotic material of any kind. It's not, deuterium or something. Like, it's just the regular shit. Oh, the other Washington, way out east. Piero, great to see you, pal. Yeah, stay safe out there. Now, here, so do you have the sorceress magic required to put our other tank on there. All right, I hear the clicks. Let me clear the pipe here. I think now we're good. Move this vessel over there. All right, now, are you looking for a splash
Yeah.
of this? We got the, oh, and that's fun. We got the 2 beers glassware. Mm-hmm. We did a public event
Yep.
at 2 beers.
And a brew with them.
Exactly.
First collaboration we did.
Yeah. I'd never seen anything quite like that. Now, was that signing bonus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Because we were actually out there, and they let us use expensive ingredients. Mm-hmm. That was where we got hooked on Belma, I think.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, Belmo was voodoo.
Was it the first voodoo?
I think Belmo was the first voodoo.
'Cause I think the first voodoo was the cryo,
Oh, maybe.
right? But it was fun. I mean, it could be wrong.
There's something before cryo.
Exactly. Oh, in that line. God, I mean, that was an era, dude. That was super cool. Now, so this is
Saison
the Saison finale, which we had already, but I wanted to try again
Yep.
in a little while.
It's pale and rye malt, remember?
Oh, that's right. I had a little bit of a little base, little spice.
With warrior hops.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
So good.
No, it's fruity.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that we did that because that is even like what we had before was Saison-y, like in a nice
finale?
way. Yeah, this is more finale. Like that is everything that it was before is just turned up. So that pepper cuts right through it. All the light fruit is now big. Now it's a chewy, juicy. Oh my gosh. That's great.
Yeah.
L'Estrange, I mean, it's similar to A Christmas Carol where it's like, pride lives in our hearts all the year type situation. Indeed times. And that's why your constant efforts at jokes and frivolity are unwelcome. They're unwelcome. I mean, that's true. Oh, hey, Neekman. Wow, that's OG. Oh yeah, times of course. There is a judging Jerry face that can be utilized.
Is there?
Yeah, it's right there. He's
Oh.
he's got he's got the emote. Oh. Well, I mean, but that's the thing, Kindled Sky, is that brewing is alchemy. I mean, it's all the same stuff. Dom, sup, pimp? Yeah, I mean, we'll be seeing each other relatively shortly. Yes, Stringer, exactly right. Exactly right. It's good to see you, pal. Yeah. And then we obviously, I'll see you down in the lobby bar for sure. And I will grab you one of whatever you want. Oh, so everybody should note, Dom, feel free to link the track here in the chat. But Dom made the soundtrack essentially for PAX this year. And it's a really, really neat song. We were talking about like Japanese style city jazz. And he turned it fucking loose. It's so cool. Oh, here. So when it happens, you let me know and I'll push that thing out. Because it's really, really fun shit. It's all sort of tied into the graffiti vibes, metro, urban transit type energy, and he just killed it. Oh, chat with Dave. Yeah, Dave will definitely hook you up. Dave and Dom are buddies for sure. But Lag Demon, look, I am I know. This is what I'm excited for. But no, this would honestly be, so, I mean, here, it's $12.29, right?
We wouldn't have enough time to do a board game.
Well, it depends, right?
I mean, if you want to come in earlier,
Well,
sure.
this is what I'm saying. Like,
Sure.
we get to decide how it goes.
Yeah.
We get to pick when these things start, right? So if what people are interested in would be like exploring new board games, throwing down Magic decks, I mean, that would be easy peas. I know that that's your fantasy.
Bring Lauren to play Magic.
I mean,
Tom, shut the fuck up.
that could be intense. I feel like that would be very
We're not
intense.
putting Laura through that.
I already did.
Yeah, in the worst possible way.
Oh yeah, Eric,
You should be in jail.
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But Magic Draft.
He made her draft Magic for her first Magic
how I
game
learned.
ever.
That's
Yeah,
how Eric
because you're
learned how I learned.
psychotic.
Dude, that's raw.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Oh my gosh.
And Laura paid the price for it. And
She won.
it doesn't matter.
I would give someone Magic Arena, and I would let Magic Arena teach them the basics. And then I would say, listen, you can also play this video game on your table at home. But yeah, I mean, Data Harass it's just, Magic is just a really weird way to read a lot. It's just it's like if a book had all of its pages just randomly distributed,
Yeah.
and then you had to read them in a different order every time.
Yeah, like I found my old Magic, like when they made books of rules, it was a rule
Yeah.
book like this thick and this big.
Yeah, it came in the...
No.
No?
This is an actual physical book
Oh.
that was probably 4 inches by 6 inches wide and a half-inch deep. It was printed during Revised.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is when we only had to deal with flying and trample
Right?
and reach.
Yeah.
That
Well-
was it.
Well, I didn't understand like what they were talking about in terms of deck construction.
Yeah. And ante was a thing
Yeah.
where you had to like literally gamble.
Right. Ante, right? But I mean, it's like the way that I had it set up is just I just had all my cards in a like one of those old plastic like juice pitchers, and when I would shuffle, I would just close the lid and then shake it super hard.
You psycho. This is like you and paintbrushes.
But we didn't know, nobody knew it was gonna be a fucking thing.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was going over there with my like dishwasher tips, going to the Dragon's Den, right across the street.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Den 2. We would find out later there was another
Another three.
Dragon's Den.
There was a three.
Yeah. But no, you'd roll over there, you'd come back. But it's like all the lands, all the spells, I just had them all in there, and I would just like draw from this giant pitcher. And I mean, a lot of times, chat, a lot of times I would not get mana.
Yeah.
A lot of times I wouldn't get the mana that I needed for spells. But I didn't even stop. Yeah, I mean, Twin Ravens, I have a memory of a thin little book.
Oh yeah, they used to put little books in the starter boxes.
Yeah,
starter
that's
decks.
true. That's true. Hey, now that's a great idea, Lestrange. There might be some grains that I have not eaten, but I've eaten a lot of these. I'll tell you that. I've put a lot of these in the craw. The Bohemian Pilsner. I like that. Special B. We got to go wild on that. Pilot Pale, that's just like the most basic, right? Honey malt smoked peated. Acidulated. Here we go. I think I've had most of these, but I don't remember trying the peated malt. Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's so good. It's been
Smells
7
like boo.
years.
Well, I'm not going anywhere the fuck near that. You can.
Yeah,
it
there's-
smells like death and spider webs.
peated malt. Okay. We're just going to try a little bit. Okay. Ooh. That's nice. The peated gives it this crazy savory angle.
Sure does.
Oh, that's a wild ride. Now the acidulated malt is the tangy malt, right? This is malt that's been that has
Salt.
like a coating of salt.
Well, it should taste like
Oh,
it's salty.
I thought it was.
You put it in beer to give it a more salty taste.
So
like Goza's.
Goza, yeah. Oh yeah, but the salt definitely changes the texture of it too. It tastes like a salt and vinegar chip, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, the vinegar nature is pretty real.
That's all malted. Yeah.
Now, floor malted Bohemian Pilsner.
Yep.
I'm getting notes of floor
Yeah. And malt.
and malt
Classic.
and a Bohemian.
Classic. Oh, it's just stuffed in there. Put the person right in.
That's really nice. Essentially, it's just had time to germinate a little bit. Yeah, it opens it up. It's really nice. Okay, now, the Special B.
Super caramel.
This is
Or caramel.
exactly,
However you want to pronounce it.
stretch it out caramello.
Ooh.
But this Special B, synonymous with Mr. Benson, he's hooked on it. He likes the extreme caramel note of Special B. And I have not gone after this in a minute, but that is insane even just to smell.
Oh, yeah.
This is just like a candy.
Yeah, it's great.
You grind and crack that. Can you make beer with this?
Pretty sure.
I would.
We should have.
I think it would taste.
We really should have done
I-
it. With
I think that would
Special B.
actually taste super.
I don't know why we never used it.
I think that would taste super good in beer, actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, it's literally caramelized. Like the crunch on it is stupid. It just breaks apart. I mean, some of these.
Whoa, I can still smell it. I don't know if it's coming out of your mouth
no,
or
it's
the
coming
fucking.
out of this craw.
Yeah.
Dude, that is intense. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the truth is that, we'll have the device. I don't think there's any reason to stop. We should just continue. We should just go back through and just set it up in the garage and then just make all of our favorites, just dream about when we were young men. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Cast our minds back to that place.
Wow.
No.
Those were the days.
It's gonna work. It might as well be made from Eric. I mean, that's the thing. That's it. He's always trying to put it in there.
What? Oh.
Weed tastings? I mean, I don't think that that's illegal. I'm not sure how much you want to watch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he said, I was going to say the Strange is probably better at knowing the particulars there. I mean, because I see a lot of people on Twitch who behave as though
Yeah. That's for sure.
who behave as though they've engaged with it for sure. Oh yeah, I mean I believe it. Yeah, no one wants to watch it twice. But no, there are absolutely mortals who, I think, pause the stream to take advantage of it.
Oh, sure.
Right? Oh, I hadn't considered that, Lestrange. So this is it's because we do the live stream stuff and you wanna lock in. So listen, Lestrange, so there was a period of time in the game at East, which I think is one of the best games we've ever done in the entirety of the series, right? There was a period of time where Jasmine had rolled a natural 20 on a death save, which basically means you come back immediately and get to act. You basically come in at your point in the initiative and you get to do stuff. She came in at exactly the right time and hit it. And she lost her mind. She lost her mind.
Yeah, I would
she
too. It was a great
jumped
roll.
back and she grabbed her chair like she was going to attack. Right? And later on, when we talked about it, she was like, my instinct was to take the chair and slam it into the 8K screen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to take
Thank you for not.
I want to take a moment. I want to take a moment to appreciate you for not destroying
For not.
that screen. Now, again,
that
the
was-
screen is like literally twice as good as the screen from the year previous.
Yeah, and twice the price too.
We do not. We do not. As obviously, people are often exhorted to do things for the memes. Here now.
That would be a big do it for the meme moment.
Here, now,
like, that's expensive.
now, Brunting, this is what you have to know. Jasmine and Xavier are thick as fucking thieves. Thick as thieves. There's no question. They bring out dangerous behavior in each other. It's true. Oh, I know. Here, Lestrange, listen, I'm not. It sounds like you're still reacting with some fear. I would never have let it happen. I would have tackled her like a bodyguard in The Bodyguard, the movie The Bodyguard. I would have. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Well, it's like
You know
what? All you're getting.
I think you just would have did like one of these, as it was happening.
Maybe.
I don't.
I'm just saying there's a situation where you're the next person to get hit with the chair. It's like she's bringing the chair over here to the screen.
Listen, the screen is just the first part.
I
Yeah.
think that chair's coming back.
Right.
It's the backswing, right? She's going to utilize that momentum, and you're going to hurt. You're going to hurt. Suff Maxwell, thank you so much. And Scott, right back at you. Well, yeah, I mean, Crash, maybe. I mean, I think the reality is that I would have gotten, I would have been the next to receive her wrath. It's very powerful. It's very, very powerful. She's a dangerous young woman. No.
Yeah.
Often we have done a fill-in show for AC Int where we do crafting type stuff. And it seems like you're interested in more of a game type thing, or what do you think about crafting?
Well, no, I think we should be doing gaming. Like before we did this, we literally would play board games every day or every Tuesday.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, and that was such a fucking arc too. Remember when Josh used to set up he would do decor and stuff?
Yeah, and then for like Sherlock Holmes.
No, this is what I'm saying.
would help.
He got me the Deerstalker.
Oh yeah.
And then we
had
started
candles.
using.
We had Mythos Tale, we brought in candles, but
Right.
then people would be able to help us choose which direction to go.
We used to use the poll system because we'd use the poll system for the brew stuff, and then we'd also use the poll system for that, where I had like multiple menus that I could grab and reuse. So I would say that one of the best gaming memories, like in my entire quote unquote career, is when we, like with the channel, so we'd already done all Mythos Tales, like we had essentially almost mastered this type of
Yeah, we beat Sherlock Holmes.
game. Yeah.
Like we literally beat him in the game.
We beat his score.
Yeah.
Like
That was the accomplishment.
everybody, I mean, that's the apex. It's like, I don't know, like I honestly don't know what you do after that. Like you could keep playing it, I guess, but we just understood. We had gotten so good at figuring out what the texture is. Like we figured out how they design the scenarios. And so we were at the point where we could just reverse engineer the entire thing. Like every time we had a chance to go, they would just direct us to the right spot. Oh my God, it was so fucking cool. Yeah, here, no, Jux, I think Patrick Groom, if they're still here, they used to call that bespoke recitations, I think is what he used to call that. Yeah. Yeah, all I'm saying is we got to figure out some other fun way to hang out, and I think that could work. And ultimately, it really depends on the game. The truth is, back in the day, it used to be really hard to do, when we were still learning those games, it'd be really hard to do a commands and colors type thing. But now, especially with your medieval one, where everything's in the trays, we can set that up play it and beat it in 45 minutes. Like it's a very, very different world than we were doing samurai battles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, Jack Lemmon, listen, I'm not trying to get in trouble. It just, if Josh in fact came up with it, that there's so much respect, so much new respect for Josh. Do the Pat Rothfuss BS cards ever circulate through the office crews? No. No. I spoke to him relatively recently. I was afraid to talk about the book. Because to him, it's not funny. Like he doesn't find it interesting to talk about the third book in the King Killer saga.
Oh yeah.
It's like, for me, I've never been in his place in terms of like, as a writer. I mean, he's still going strong off of these two. There's like those sub books and stuff like that. That just sounds scary.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a George R.R. Martin situation now. I don't know. I literally don't know what you do about that. Like, you're known for this, and people want you to tell the third part of the story. I know that he knows it. But he didn't. I mean, he certainly hasn't sent me anything to check out and read anymore, and he won't. He won't send me any more stuff because I was rude last time.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, do you not know that story? No. So he had sent me a copy of the second book to read over, and there's this part where Kvothe ends up in some kind of like Feywild
Oh yeah, it's his own
magical fairy realm with the goddess of sex.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, in the Feywild, everybody talks in rhymes. And I understand
Like you do.
I understand the idea. But these rhymes, they didn't, like the...
So it's sex rhymes?
I mean, in some ways, yeah. But the syllable structure wasn't correct.
Oh. So that's what got you. That's what fucking got you. Like,
Made me sick. Yeah. And so on all those pages, I just took I had a Sharpie and I just wrote no on the whole page, just no. And that's
the last time you ever got a sample?
if somebody is asking for feedback, they might not want that.
Oh, you were honest.
I just wanted to make sure, like, trying to do the poetry, like the stanzas that way, it's fine as an idea, but the poetry has to be better than his prose, which is excellent. Like, that has to be better than what he's doing already. If it's designed to say that this is an elevated realm, and so it has these certain rules, like that part has to be really dialed in. Well, it has to sound like a god wrote it, right? It has to be upmarket. I know. I'm not proud. I am Dick Pentameter? Wow. Oh, here. So essays coming in with some facts. Home D&D campaign, sitting in Barovia, sure. I mean, we did a stop in Barovia as well. Level 14, have a sun sword. I'm not rebalancing the campaign. I'm watching to see what happens. I think this is also somehow your fault in part. Well, I hope so. If you saw us playing games and then wanted to play games at home with your family, it's probably the apex of pleasure. I'm loving that. You're just making sure they know they won?
Yeah.
Ghost? Nice.
No response from yet.
What a gentle boy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're back.
Oh.
See, it's
Fixed it.
fine.
Is this what happened to Tony?
Yeah.
Just came back in a different place?
Yeah, exactly. But no, this dude on TikTok, we were talking about Sopranos. This dude on TikTok like broke it down, like identified all these different aspects of the episode, like leading up to it, and he's like, well, yeah. I mean, it's what happens from this point. It's actually really obvious if you watch the rest of it. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's right. People are still talking about that ending, I guess.
He got shot. That's
No,
like this
yeah,
isn't like
no.
give it like you don't have to read too hard into this one.
Yeah.
They literally say everything goes blank when you get shot. Boom. Everything went blank.
Oh,
Like it's in the fucking script.
No, you know what hadn't occurred to me.
Like holy shit, people overanalyze stuff.
Well, no, for sure, but it hadn't occurred to me that the show is essentially from his perspective.
Yeah.
So once he's dead, there's no more show.
Right.
See, that's it. That works for sure. Yes, yeah. No, L'Estrange for sure. Next, if you have a chance to completely reconfigure all of this and make pretty cables, it's going to be very, very cool. Cable ties? No, for sure. But no. In fact, I was just calling about the internet needs of the new office. That was the call I was making when I was on my way over to this office. There's been a lot of calls, Mr. Benson. Yeah, well, this is the last Intox of all time, actually. But we are going to be moving over to the new office that has its own studio for sure. And like I say, we'll find something else that's fun and cool to do at the same time. There's no reason not to continue to hang out and kick it and keep it real. Right? Yeah, Harass, I think that if I remember the original lease, it was 12? 2012?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, here, no, Lagneman, you're talking about broadband, dial-up, absolutely not. I'm considering ISDN. I mean, I'm considering an ISDN or a T1. It could be a T1. We'll consider it. Oh, cool Japanese board game. Hey, listen, to Tabletop, you're not telling me anything I don't want to hear. We stopped playing Samurai Battles. We used to play Samurai Battles in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
It would be easy. Oh, here, Matt's dad. Matt's dad. Okay, cool. Ask him if the download speeds are good. Because if he's got a T1, I have some stuff I might want him to download for me. I got some shows. I got some different
Yeah.
Whoa. Sandzone, what do you mean the Neuromancer announcement? I know about...
You haven't seen that?
Well, no, I know that Apple's doing a Neuromancer show, right?
Yeah.
Is it the same one, or has William Gibson come in and said something else? Yeah, ISDN. Listen, I would be willing to kick out for ADSL. Yeah. That's how dedicated I am to throughput. Yeah.
Spending the big bucks, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy.
Wow.
Oh, okay, now listen, if you teased a 10-second video, now we're talking. So, Sandzone, I read that book when I should not have read that book at all. I was 12 years old.
Yeah, so was I.
Well, I'm saying that the ideas that are in that book are a little bit more vast than I think I was ready for at 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't find it that. Well, maybe that explains a lot.
Well, I'm saying because I've read it 4 or 5 times now, and then it's like ready to give me some other piece of information each time I come back to it. It's like there is no anti-memetics division. Mm-hmm. They're just books that have a lot in them and really, really reward multiple reads. But no, God, how do you even do it? Molly and Case? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I'll be curious about is everybody always has different ideas about what the virtual world is like.
Oh, sure.
But it's like now you're looking at AI and it's producing things that are absolutely photorealistic. A lot of our ideas, like, hey, this is the real world, it looks like this. This is the digital world, it looks like this. I don't think that stuff,
there's no delineation anymore. Yeah.
I don't think it works at all.
Yeah.
Ever considered directing movies or writing scripts? Harass? No, not really. I think the best way I could interact with something like that would be like I was working with a director and our friend Gary about a way to get Lookout stuff placed. And we had a lot of conversations, and I think that that's like what I can do is come up with the space, come up with the thing, and then work with someone on how to execute it. Because those mediums are so different from what I do. Like, there really is an expertise inside that. I'm not sure that I could write the full script. I guess I wrote Automata.
Yeah.
Now, that turned out okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather write it as a novella and then work with someone who gets that novella to undergo that state change from, the story to something that's visual. Yeah, Harass, we just recorded 2 new episodes of the C Team for your use. Yeah, I was really impressed with how Baldur's Gate 3 did Myconids. And we recently played another game that had a really interesting take on Myconids as well. There's just nothing to hate about them. They're so cool. They all look weird and different. Like it isn't one of these types of creatures that like everybody sort of looks the same. Like all Myconids are unique in a certain way. Oh, here now Zero Gut. I mean, we do know them. We have done comics and stuff for GW in the past.
Yeah,
I would love.
It would not be hard to get the license.
I would love to work with them on something crazy, but something that I have really enjoyed. I mean, Warhammer TV. It's like shows don't always like hit it like necessarily in sequence, and it's mostly I think really good for like their battle reports are really good.
Yeah.
But Kill Lupercal is their zenith. It is so goddamn good. Tithes is good.
Oh yeah.
But Kill Lupercal is all about titans and knights, which is just, it's so weird. It's essentially they're mechs, right? They're like colossal scale walking chapels and churches that have, cultural, it's like a rogue trader. They have, there's cultures about them. So it combines mechs and then weirdly like submarine warfare.
And it's also a great way to get you to buy an $800 miniature.
Not me. Not yet.
Print mine.
Yeah. I mean, you could print, but when it comes to Titanicus, I don't think I want to do, like, I would rather play like the miniatures game where the Titans are like this big.
Yeah.
Because that system is so weird. We had like messed around with it for a little bit, and it's just like you're always trying to push. It's very Star Trek. Like,
totally.
You know, you're always like calling down to the engineering, and you're like, we need to do shit.
Yeah.
That happens in this as well.
Totally.
And so you're always trying to make these giant robots do stuff, but they have an irascible spirit. They have a machine spirit, like a kind of intellect, and they want to be, they demand respect. And so as you're trying to push them and make them do things, a lot of times what will happen is they'll just get pissed off.
Yeah.
And then they'll do their own shit.
Sorry.
No, they'll go and attack people. Like they'll run around. Like if you do not respect them and you try to get more out of them than you're giving them, they get fucking pissed off. And in any other war game, I would hate that. But for some reason,
It works
the idea
now
of
that you
the
know
Titan, the idea
the
of
lore.
the idea of the Titan is so cool. Now that would be something fun to try on stream, in my opinion. I had forgotten how hard Kiko went. And he got, it must be hundreds of dollars. He must have gotten it like all remaindered, right? But he's got tons and tons of this shit that we just never had a chance to play with. But it's like, again, like if my whole force is going to be like 3 guys, I can get those guys painted up nice. I can make that shit work.
Totally.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, well, yeah, that last 3 set of books is a wild ride, huh? Yeesh.
Oh.
Oh, here, Ruvian is looking for DM tips.
I wonder what tips or tricks do you have for guiding BattleTech narrative where you need it to go?
Oh, with players who are also in charge of narration. Now, that's a quirk of the MechWarrior Destiny system, where how do you herd the cats when cats have access to the tiller? Right?
Well, that you can easily just take a chip and change the entire scene.
Well, yeah, also, yeah, anytime cats use it, you get a resource.
Yep.
Right?
But also, it's just as simple as putting a MacGuffin into the mix, or just throwing a loophole,
Exactly.
or just hey, here's a new shiny object, because your players are thinking one thing, and then just give them something else to play with.
No. I mean, the best technique, like the best system in that, is just to is to make them really curious.
Well, yeah, just
like give them something they can't stop thinking about.
Well, that
right?
and also your players are their worst enemies. So
yes,
essentially, you just listen to what they're saying at the table, and then spin that whatever they're saying. Take what they want to do, and then spin that into the narrative direction that you want to go.
Yeah.
And then everybody's happy, and they go in that direction.
Absolutely. Hey, Junks, what's going on?
So that's what I would try to recommend.
Yeah. No, Crimson, that is true. I also grabbed a 2-player starter set for a game called Blackout. I mean, the truth is that wargaming is so deep, especially when you start getting into these miniature agnostic games. There's so much amazing indie work. You know what I mean? You can play it for the rest of your life. Kiko got really into drive-through RPG solo war games.
Yeah.
You print them out on the printer, and then you play these solitaire. Then you just go to Vietnam by yourself.
I feel like I just have to walk over and give him a hug and play a game with him. I mean, he's literally a block away.
Maybe that's what it is.
You know, maybe he shouldn't be playing games alone.
Just say hi.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
That's not the track you want.
Well, Junks, I love that. I mean, obviously, all the people that we know would probably like each other for the most part. That's been our experience. Oh yeah. So Ruvian, let me just dial in what Eric is saying. So yeah, so on the fly creative thinking for sure, but eventually you're just going to get to the point where you can take a step back, especially when the players are really engaged. You just take your foot off the gas for a second, and it's just they're essentially taking a consumer survey. Just let them gab, and then sit back for a second, let them go wild, and then you just come in and scoop up all the stuff.
Yep.
And all they do is feel smart. Like they don't know anything.
And it doesn't have to be on the fly. You could take all that information and for the next session and then implement it then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mage Knight is fucking beast. Mage Knight is super good. But Harass, if you like that Access and Allies, I think you probably go Memoir. Like if what you really like is Access and Allies, Memoir is going to give you that in a shorter period of time.
No, they're two way different.
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying that I would.
You're just saying it's a World War II game, essentially.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that you can play more of it more often.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
For me, it's like if we like the energy. Well, I mean, for me, Access and Allies is no more. It's War Room or nothing. Like once you play War Room, here. Oh, so you might not know. Harass, we were delighted at, it was the PAX East, not this most recent one, but the one before, right?
Two PAX East.
Yeah.
Easts ago.
Easts. Yeah, take a look. You'll like it. But it is so nuts. So, Access and Allies, very cool. I mean, I think that's like the game, that's like the war game on-ramp, I think, of my generation. Assuming you didn't just throw yourself all the way into Warhammer right away, right?
No, there's no pre-discussion, Ruvian.
No. You can't do that. It all has to happen dynamically. But what you're going to do is imagine everything about Axis and Allies that's cool, and then make it way, way, way deeper, so that there's some light asymmetry, I would say, in terms of especially like the Chinese People's Army. That they have unique rules that have to do with how their armed forces would get resupplied. Most of the asymmetry comes from the starting conditions and this global map. So if you're playing and you're really playing it, the Americans don't really interact with another enemy until like 3 turns later.
Right.
But the way that the game works is you have a little notepad, and every one of your units has an alphanumeric code, and you put in all of your orders in the book, and you bid for when you're going to go.
Initiative.
Oh my gosh. It is one of the craziest experiences. Like, we only played it for 3 or 4 hours, I guess.
6 hours, actually.
Is that how much?
Yeah, it was 6 hours.
Okay, listen, if it was actually 6 hours and it felt like 3 or 4, that's just a testament to the game. But this idea of the secret orders and then the really like the factional stuff is really interesting because resources are such a big deal. Like, I need to, if I really want to be my best, I'm going to need resources from people who need their resources. Oh my gosh, it's completely butts. But we met the guy that made Axis and Allies, and this was his next game.
Yeah. Well, Larry Harris, this is Larry Harris's kind of magnum opus. But then he makes another one called Imperial Borders about what if the Council of Vienna never succeeded in peace talks after the Napoleonics and everything goes to shit.
No, but it has super innovative war game mechanics, really custom stuff for naval and ground warfare. Oh my gosh. It is so neat. Let's see. Here, I've had success with unplanned D&D games, starting with hooks like you were falling out of the sky. What's last year? Oh yeah, we love this type of stuff. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, essentially, you're building in the questions that we talk about a lot. You just throw them right into the game and start having them answer serious questions about who they are and why they're in this predicament, right? Oh, you feel like you're half-assing your players? No, no.
Not if you know where you want the story to go. There's no half-assing.
Yeah. All you need to know is, in terms of like the big players that they are going to encounter, the main thing you need to know is just what those entities want. And as long as you know that, you can guide the world around the players, usually. Yeah. Do I look like a strong guy? Oh, weird. No, Zero Gut. We did my daughter and her friends just did the same thing, so I was glad to hear. But I think we've all done the game where you and your friends like try to stat yourselves out. In a game.
Sure, yeah.
So we like statted ourselves out with the Palladium system, and then we were exposed to a mutagen.
Oh, okay.
It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I could play that without getting in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, no, Jux. Yeah, I think it was called DM Masterclass, Holkins versus Straub. So there's a couple. There's 2 games that we did together like that. It was just Chris and I on the deck. Yeah, Palladium. I know the percentage systems and stuff. Like, it's super old school. What? Play Galaxy game? What's going on? I just saw that. Did I see a tweet that suggested that Zagreus was now in the mix? No, I have tried to push.
Right now.
I have tried to put. Are you? Hold on. So, are you trying to say that you, as the producer, are back there behind the board playing Play Galaxy game? This is twisted behavior. This is twisted behavior. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, and Zagreus, it's sort of like a comeback thing where whenever he loses a heart, he gets a treasure of the current level. Oof. I mean, that sounds nice. I'll be honest with you. That sounds real good. That's it, Josh. You can no longer produce this show. No, this is ghostly. This is the wicked ghost. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Twin Ravens. I mean, that's exactly the case. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, we were fucking around with the Nine Princes in Amber Avalon type role-playing game where it's literally, the system is called Amber Diceless. And so all you establish at the beginning is like what your stats are essentially like what threshold you are above like a human person. And they're so far above most people because they sort of go into it in the rules. They're like, a person who has this level of awareness there can be an assassination attempt by a completely silent, invisible assassin, and they will still block.
What?
And I was like, and so we were just trying to figure out, like, because we were wastrel young men. We were just trying to figure out what life would look like if you were that person. Because like every time you block, there's not going to be somebody there.
You're blocking a cup.
No, exactly. You're just like just walking through the kitchen.
There's
and
a fly.
Yeah, you're just walking through the kitchen. You just got to make
Yeah.
It's aerobic. Like you're always burning calories.
Okay.
Yeah. Amber has a lot of PvP shit in it just because the setting, that's just what the setting's about. Oh yeah, Mitch Gittleman would be an amazing Paranoia DM. That's true. Oh yeah, I mean you could do Paranoia. We could do a great Paranoia game.
Paranoia is fun.
Yeah. Laura would be amazing at
Oh
Paranoia.
god, Laura would be so good.
Laura would be the worst Paranoia player, and when I say worst, of course I mean the absolute best.
God, that would be great.
Laura would be the ultimate servant of the computer. Nikok, I don't know what turnip 28 is. Now, historically, I have enjoyed root vegetables, so I think I'm halfway there. Trench Crusade, I am deeply familiar with. 100%. We haven't played it.
And I just don't have the time.
Exactly.
And also,
I don't have the time to learn it. And then, I'm not really super set up on the printer side.
Yeah.
I guess I could get some. But
Oh, we
like
could
I say,
easily get some.
Well, yeah, but I'm right now. I haven't had a chance to really play a full game of Sigmar 4.
Yeah.
I've been doing shit. But I would love.
You have 2
to check
copies
out
of
Trench.
Battle Masters, Cranston? I might buy one off of you.
Oh, wow, you got the OG shit?
Battle Masters, I used to love. That was my game as a kid. That was essentially my first war game, playing on the kitchen floor.
Show me.
So Battle Masters was put out by Mattel with GW way
A collab?
in the 80s. And it was a giant plastic playmat, like a 4x6 playmat.
Okay.
And you had orcs and Bretonnians,
Okay, makes sense.
and you just played a war game. But it was easy rules.
Oh, shit. All right.
This is a better picture.
Holy
So
fucking
they were just
shit.
they were just giant hexes. Let's see if I can get the bigger picture.
What the F?
You never saw this?
No.
This was back in late 80s, early 90s.
No fantasy shit in my house.
Oh, right.
The danger of a wizard was always omnipresent.
So orcs versus Bretonnians.
Are those trays?
Yeah, and you would just slide the trays to a new hex, and you would just roll dice and attack each other.
Fuck yeah.
And I've been trying to get my hands on a copy for ages. And you can get them on eBay.
Are there newer picks? Are all the stats on the tray?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Oh, just set them all up aside. Oh no.
But this was how it came. Like a classic thing you had to clip out.
Did you have to, was it full on modeling? Like you got a snip and.
Yeah, there were sprues. And you had to paint it.
God, now we're talking.
Right? And there was terrain that was already on the big plastic map.
With gameplay ramifications?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was the inside of the box. It was.
Holy shit.
But that's what you got, and you were a 10-year-old expected to do that.
Dude, you must have lost your fucking mind.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. So I've always wanted to. Like you can find copies, but they're usually missing stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. That's absolutely how it goes. There's always gaps.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a copy that isn't missing stuff.
Yeah, add some catapults and marbles. Faye used to talk about this. Was it Castles and Catapults? Mm-hmm. I didn't play that one either. I only know about it from friends.
They just redid it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I only know about it from friends. Hey, I've been looking for 20 years. This is the one that got away. Yeah, Hero Quest is absolutely easier to find. And also they've
they just
redone
redid it, yeah.
Yeah, it's easy now.
It was early Warhammer because it was Warhammer. Like it's GW.
IRL is, right? And so that's like going to be fantasy battles, right, with the trays. Yep. So you take damage, you just remove models. Mm-hmm. It's all the old school shit. Yeah, casts and catapults is a different game, Voodoo Lou. I think it's a different Weapons and Warriors. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, I mean, no one would have, right? I mean, it's like we weren't tied into brands like that. We just played games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, GW has a bunch of weird shit.
Oh yeah.
That they've done. Well, Fatal, we're going to find out some way to keep kicking it. It's all to the G.
That's interesting.
Talisman had a Space Marine expansion?
Yeah, I love Stratego. I actually love electronic Stratego.
Yes. Yeah, there was a digital one that we did not have.
Well, it wasn't digital. It was analog. It was a tabletop game.
Yeah.
But it had a board that was electronic. So you would literally, like, you know how there's the two Stratego pieces. They would come together, and if you wanted to attack the opponent, you would press yours, then you press the piece. It would make some funny war game sound, and then would tell you which one would die.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then, like, for the bombs, you had this little flip-up tray, and you would just put a little pin in where you want the bombs. So if somebody moved onto the bomb space, you would just hear a blow-up sound.
Hell yeah. What were your go-to Stratego strategies?
I can't even, I haven't played it in 30 years.
Oh man. What I liked to do was really, really establish that I was protecting something. And so everybody's moving around. This group is sort of moving together. And it's just essentially a bomb with 4 honor guards. So when they finally penetrate the inner sanctum, they get their just rewards.
That's really funny.
Yeah, we didn't have the Stratego electronic, but we had the Battlefield. Battleship
Oh
electronic,
yeah, same
right?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
that was fun because you're putting in coordinates. Yeah.
Well, it has all the unique controls inside. God, it was really, really fun. And it's you had, eventually you had to figure out how to put in custom placements. Originally you just chose one of the preset ones. But after you play it enough times and you get certain hits, you're like, okay, I know which one of those templates it is. Oh yeah. And all the stuff now is neoprene. That stuff is gonna hold on for a little bit longer, I think. Yeah. The watch batteries. How to reinvigorate plastic? Yeah, there must be. There must be a natural oil, probably shea butter, something in that realm. Right?
I bet you can some.
I bet that there's something you can brush on. Yeah,
WD-40.
Yeah, just open the aperture, spray it all over. Peroxide bath. Yeah, Jack Lemmon, obviously it's not 100% a joke, but there was a period of time where my eldest was really obsessed with maintaining and revitalizing old consoles. And so they had because you can get them off of eBay or something like that, like an old Famicom, an old Nintendo. And so they had put together the peroxide baths. So they dismantled all the controllers, taking everything completely apart.
That's great.
It was so wild because it's you get this ancient Famicom and then you get it and you open it up so that you can take the plates off. And it smells like cigarettes. The whole thing inside of it is yellowed with nicotine. You open the top of it and it's furry with dirt and nicotine. Yeah, it's got to be the same. It's got to be the same system for sure. Well, yeah, Harass, you got to nourish that skin though. You know what I mean? You got to keep that skin healthy. Oh, we're gonna listen. That's gonna happen. We can easily do an hour and a half just talking about cool old dumb shit. Would not be hard.
Yeah.
We could do unboxings from the 80s.
Like those MRE eaters.
Oh god, the MRE guys, man.
Maybe not.
What's going on with them?
Open up a can of
No eat.
100-year-old meat and eat it.
No eat.
Good.
It's not meat anymore.
Nope, wasn't meat then.
Yeah, space junks. It happens to houses too, like the interior of houses. Like they get yellow and sticky as well. But no, they got super good at babying these old pieces of technology and making them look awesome. Yeah, no, it's like I'm surprised that there isn't some baseline damage to them. I'm just surprised that it's not distended with metal. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's universal. I mean, that's the thing that surprised me when I went to Japan. Smoking's still super common.
Oh, is it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. All over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, tonkatsu, it could be, just cods. Speaking of cod, when I was talking to Mike this morning, every now and then he gets back into cod. Like he doesn't invite anybody. He's just like, hey, this is just what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. And he says that they have cosmetic bullets.
What?
I feel like it's a ripoff.
He says that they have, chat will say.
Do they explode and like leave a mark or something?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. And so they have cool lasers or, they go wild. And then you hit somebody and you kill them and then they turn into ashes.
Oh, it's like a fatality type
Yes,
of thing?
exactly. Or they turn into money
That's
or something
cool.
like that.
I'm just saying, like, if it was just a bullet with a cosmetic on it, I feel like you're getting fucked a little.
No, it is definitely a fatality thing.
Yeah.
It's just with guns.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I haven't been back in the mix there.
Yeah.
I have not been in that mix for a long time. It's very, very easy to get lost in Kyoto. I would say it's easier to get lost in... Kyoto is just very, very well laid out. But Osaka is better for getting lost in, I would say. You can really get lost. Ryan and I were there for some business thing a minute ago, and we're just like, you can just walk forever in Japan. And you're always going to see something that's wild and interesting to you because it's Japan. And we had accidentally, and I mean this literally accidentally, entered into the red light portion of Osaka. Accidentally. Moved into the wrong place. And I could look into the window and see that it was like cat toys. They were like very large versions of like cat play toys, like you could crawl up on. And then there was like 6 women dressed as cats in the window playing with these cat toys. And I was like, okay, well this is not my district. I gotta find a different district. I was just like, those are cat women. I was like, this is the cat girl menace. It's like generations of young men have beached themselves on this shallow. And I was like, not me. But it was a really big thing. They were batting at these, they were playing with yarn and shit. I was like, this is fucked. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You have made impression.
But yeah, I mean, that's, Cookie Mom, I mean, that's the only thing. Yeah, it's fucking weird. They might have been, I'll tell you, I got an eyeful and decided it was time to go.
You got an iPhone?
An eyeful.
Oh. Oh my God, wow.
And then I was out. Yeah,
No,
not
an
today,
iPhone
cat
could
Satan,
do that.
exactly. And luckily, yeah, I mean, if there had been a red hair concern, I mean, that might have made the context more dangerous for me, but I was okay.
So you're... okay.
I was safe. I was safe from, I would feel like a weirdo. If I went in there and be like, yeah, I'm a gross person. No thanks. No. So that, if you don't know if you can ask this, you got upper body tats and sleeves that are Oriental inspired. Do I think it would cause issues?
Well, tattoos in general in Japan are...
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be certain things like an onsen. My understanding is that like tattoos are not.
There are certain onsens that are friendly, certain that you can cover up your tattoos, certain that you just can't go in. Some you can't go in.
I just wore long sleeve shirts, and I got through. Right? I mean, I got some on here. I just wore long sleeve shirts, which was pretty common there as a mode of dress. So, yeah, you see, crimson is exactly right. Yeah, visible tattoos still a little bit iffy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Christ, so I'm like, you're looking for those crab girls. Yeah, it's like 2 arms. Miss me with that. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for. I'm not looking for a woman with 2 arms. I need a woman here. Let me go down. Let me describe my ideal woman.
This is really how you want to end the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me describe my ideal woman. I want a woman with eye stalks.
This is sounding like the song or the
Yeah.
yeah.
The cake.
Yeah.
Long jacket. No. Yeah, carapace for days. I want chitin that goes all the way up. And by all the way up, I mean it should cover the entire body. Optimally, I'm looking for something 8 legs around the edge, but I'm looking for something up front. I'm looking for something in the palp sort of space. Something like this. I want him to be able to like get food that's a little bit farther away than you'd expect.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't need much.
Yeah, but I'm looking for a wide carapace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, mandibles for days. For days. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean, a claw shrimp obviously would work. Claw shrimp would be roughly the same energy, but the danger, I mean, that's yeah, Brenna is, she is absolutely rigid. Just shell the whole woman. Big shell.
Honestly, Spicy, I don't know at this point.
All right, now, gathered friends. Oh, mantis shrimp, now we're talking. Wow. Now, here's what we're looking for. I'm going to seize the machinery of the universe for the final time. I'm going to put it over there. The whole thing is going to slide in. In an hour's time, 2:30, we are going to radically reconfigure this space. We're going to continue our battle from the last Tuesday. Black Remnant will return at 2:30. But for now, thank you so much. It has been our absolute pleasure to hang out with you every time. We have made absolutely world-class beers over and over and over and over again. And that is just an index of the cool community that we put together. So, yeah. Obviously, we're going to still hang out, but hanging out in this particular way was super fun. And we really appreciate you coming along with us. For 7 years, something like that, 7 and change. Almost 8. Almost 8. But hey, come back, 2:30. Let's get it, all right? Huh, cha!